Hi guys, so for today's video I decided to do craft with me, and in this one I was actually contacted by this company. I believe they're an online store, and it's called Bleds, B-L-E-D-S, and I'll link their information down below. You can find their papers on Amazon and AliExpress, so I'll have both of those links in the description box so that you guys can check them out. They were so kind to send me a pack of 6x6 paper. They told me to choose which one I wanted to try out, and I chose this one. This one is called the Vintage Rose. They did send me two, and so I had already started working with one just to kind of get a feel for what I can do with this, and their paper is beautiful. So here is kind of a little view, I guess, of the papers that they have, and they're very good quality. They're only one-sided, but it's a really good like quality paper. I mean, it's not like the regular thin copy paper. It's a heavier weight. It's really nice. And let's see, oh, it says it's heavyweight, 160 GSM paper. It is 6x6. It has 12 designs, and so let's see. So they have this one. This one is super pretty. I love that. There's this. Here, this one has dots with the roses. I think the roses are beautiful. That's cute. That looks kind of like an advertisement on a, you know, like the classifieds. That's really pretty. Love these. They're so nice. So I was thinking, what could I do with them? And actually there's quite a few things you can do with a 6x6. But what I want to do with these are make coin envelopes, which are these. I already made a few just to kind of get an idea of how to make them, and they're super easy, you guys. I was looking online on Amazon to see if I can find some and get them to kind of put in my little if you guys have bought any of my dangles, I always give like little gift bags with, you know, little goodies and stuff, and so I thought this might be fun to put like little goodies in here. And but my gosh, like for $50, they're like $8-9. And so I thought, you know what, let me see if I can make my own. So I did. So what I did was I just folded it up, and look, there it is. And I used the little extra piece. I cut out a little 1-inch circle, and I used that as my little closure, and that's it. There you go. So I made a few, and I did make this one, and I actually cut a hole in it. This one didn't have anything on the top. If you remember, it is this paper, and it only has the dots on the top, and so the roses ended up being on the back. And so just to kind of give it a little bit more of a look, I stamped it with my Tim Holtz desk, what is it, school desk stamp. And so I just added that on there. And in the window, I just put acetate, you know, the little plastic, and then I put a sticker. That's all. And on this one, see, I did stamp this one back here as well, and I added a stencil, which was the digits stencil from Tim Holtz. And so I decided, let's make another one with the little window, but instead of using acetate, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna use. So let's pick out a paper that would be really cute. I want something that is gonna look good with what I want to use in the middle. Let's try this one. This one or this one? Let's do this one. This one's pretty. Okay, so super simple. All we're gonna do is fold, and I just kind of eyeball my fold just to see. All you want it to do is to overlap just a tiny bit. And so once I get that measured out, then no need to actually get your measuring ruler out, but I am going to get my bone folder. Let me grab that, because I do like for it to sit nice and flat. So we're going to go ahead and just, and then this side, we're just going to overlap it just a tiny bit. I think maybe a 1/4 of an inch maybe. And make sure that the ends meet up. Now in this process, what I'll do is I'll fold up just a tiny bit. And this is gonna be the bottom flap. That's gonna be this bottom flap here. You can't even see it on this one. Let me see. This. It's gonna be this little bottom flap here. So that's gonna be this part here. And this is an awesome way to use up your, your 6x6 if you have. I have a few and they've just been kind of sitting around. I have a few packs. And so I was like, I gotta figure out something. And so when they sent me these, I thought, you know what? This is gonna be a perfect opportunity for me to see exactly what I need to do. Okay, so here, let's do first, I'm going to cut out the circle. And so let me ink first so that I can see really good where my edges are, because that's going to give me a better idea of where the, I just got my, let me see, this one's the ground espresso. I try to go a little bit darker when I'm doing, when I'm using darker paper. And then of course you go lighter if you're using a lighter paper. But this is just so that it's easier for me to see where the main part of it is. And then, okay, we'll ink the rest of it. We'll ink the rest of it after I get the circle done. So now that I have the front part of it, which is this, outlined, then I'm gonna take out my handy dandy little, I don't know if they even sell this anymore, but this is Martha Stewart, and it's like a circle cutter. And I've had this forever, you guys. I don't even know how old this is. But let's see. So here in the middle is a little cross, and that's going to tell me, how where the middle is. But now I'm trying to look for, because it has on here the measurements. Let me show you this side. See, it has all of the measurements on this. So, you know, by me wanting to do 2 inches, then I will just use this, and then this thing spins around. It's a really cool thing. I haven't used it in forever, but it's really neat to have when you don't have one of those punches that can, you know, you can put on, you can situate anywhere in the paper. And so this is a quick alternative. So let me, the 2 mark is here, so I like to have it a little bit lower, but still in the middle. All right, I think that's about right. Okay, so here is the 2, and this is the little blade. So this you just stick in here, hold down, and go around. And there you have it. Pretty nifty, huh? Okay, So there's your circle, guys. That's it. And I'm just gonna ink around this because I feel like it looks better. This one I didn't ink and I feel like it looks too plain. So we're gonna ink this. Just to give it a little bit more of a grunge look, because you guys know I love my grunge. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little trick on how to cut. Okay, first, we're gonna do this. This where you have your fold, you're gonna cut it at an angle. So you're gonna go up a little bit and then you're gonna cut in a diagonal this way. But you don't wanna do too much. You just wanna do, gosh, maybe 1/8 of an inch. And then you just kind of do like a triangle shape up to where that is. I didn't do, make sure you get above your crease line. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So here is my fold. And then I'm going to, and this is just so that it's easier to close. Now, if you're like me and you want your corners to match, like to have the same angle, I put the creases together. I have my 2 creases here together. And then so I hold them and you're gonna cut them this way. So this one you cut this way. This one, here is the fold here. So you're gonna cut this way, not this way, but this way. You're gonna cut inside and just a tiny bit. And there you have it. And so that is gonna be your bottom flap here. And then you can see that it's gonna be exactly the same. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So again, here's my fold. And I'm gonna cut just a little bit, but trying to get straight. See, I keep missing that part. You wanna cut it right above that little fold. And then we're gonna do the same thing over here. There, this one's perfect. Okay, and then again, just to match up your corners, because I know that you can cut one side and then get that little piece, turn it over and do the other side to make sure that it's, that's too much for me. That's too much. And then to have to fiddle with that little piece of paper. So this is easier for me. And so we're just matching up the folds and there you have it. And now you have them exactly the same angle. Cool, right? Okay. Now with these, don't throw these away because these little pieces from what we cut up here for the top flap is going to be our little closure. So don't throw these away. We're going to use our 1-inch circle punch to do that. But before I do that, I'm just going to ink the flaps. Let me put this aside. This looks so good when you ink it because this color of this paper is so pretty. They had another one too. They have a bunch of, they have the 6x6, they have 12x12, and they have other items in their store. So you guys really need to check them out because their papers are really pretty. I chose this one because this is more kind of like my vibe, but it was between this one and like 2 others that I really, really liked. Okay, so there's that. Now, this is gonna be your only leftover scraps from the whole 6x6 because we're gonna use these and it's kind of tricky, but if you have a 1-inch hole punch, it'll come out exactly. And so we're gonna do that again. There it is. So I do 2 because that's gonna make it a little bit more sturdy. And so with these, I'm just gonna get my glue and we're going to glue them together. So we're going to glue white sides together. And then just, I'm gluing it now so that it'll have a minute to dry before we put it on. There. Okay, then we can decide what side we want to use. Okay, so we could stamp, you know, do something on the inside of this because that's going to be the part that you're going to see in the window. But instead of doing that, which is still a good idea, and I'm still going to stencil the top here. So let's just do that really quick. So this is my new stencil that I just recently hauled, and I finally found out what it was called because I didn't see anything on it, but it's called Digits. And it's THS145 is this stencil. And I absolutely love the numbers. So we're going to get a scrap piece of paper. And all I'm going to do is stencil the top flap, just so that it's not boring. And I'm going to get my little blending brush, Dollar Tree, and just do the top flap, only because you're going to see what I'm going to use. Instead of using the plastic, the acetate, I think it's called. So instead of using that, I'm going to use something else. I haven't seen anybody use it, and I was trying to think of something else that I could use for those that maybe might not have, you know, the acetate, which I'm sure everybody does because you can just save old packaging. But I just thought that it would be cool because I have these. I have these vellum pieces that I never know what to do with. And I thought, you know what? What if we used this to put on the inside? Create your little window with this. Wouldn't that be cute? Look at that. It looks like it's part of, can you see that? Let me put something white behind it so you could see better. Isn't that cool? It looks like it's part of it, but it's still kind of see-through. So you can still see my fingers. Love it. Okay, so we're going to do this. So we're just going to measure it out. I kind of like that little measuring thing because it does make it look like if it's part of the classifieds, which is really neat. Okay, so we're going to use this one. So I'm just going to measure. I like to have it pretty close to the creases because I don't want it to, once I glue it, I don't want it to be too close to the window because and then the glue will leak over. Okay, so just with scissors, I'm not going to get anything fancy out. We're just going to cut this. And then cut this. Doesn't have to be super straight, guys, because nobody's going to see it. So when you do this, you have to make sure that you have the right side this way so that you're not reading it backwards. Okay, so we're going to have to glue this way. So we're gluing on the right side because we're going to glue that down. When I first did it, I kind of got myself a little confused. I feel like I was overthinking it. But this is super fun. And of course, I'm going to get my tweezers and glue it down. Make sure everything closes pretty well. And there you have it. So let's see, am I missing anything? Nope. Okay, let's go ahead and close it. So I think I want, yeah, I'm gonna do it this way so that all these flowers So since I want this to be the top, I'm going to glue this part here underneath, and then a strip of glue down here. And we're going to close that up. And then of course down here, and then we're going to get our little measure to see. We're going to get our little 1-inch punch and see. Let me think. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this side with the red rose showing here. And so you're going to literally do, you're not going to glue half. It's going to literally be a little bit because you want it to have enough space for it to kind of move. Let me ink this first though, because I see some white and I don't like to see white. The white edges. Okay. So this is the top, right? And so we're just going to glue less than half. Okay. And then I like to go ahead and put the flap down. Press it down, give it a second, and there you have it. And there it is. Is that too cute? I love it. So again, this is the fancier version. And then you have, of course, you know, just the plain pockets with no inking, well, this one I think I did stencil, but this one, no. See, this one I didn't. So, you know, it's all your preference, whatever you want to do. But there's so many options to this, and you can also make envelopes. Let me see if I can make a quick envelope. Just a regular envelope. But for the envelope, we're going to need a pencil and a ruler. I don't know if that's going to be long enough. I think I'm going to need a bigger ruler. Okay, we're just going to use this one because this is all I have right now. So we are going to put a line from corner to corner, just enough to see where the middle is. Okay, now we want it to be, so if I do it, let me see. We just want them to be right in the middle here. So we're gonna put one corner in towards the middle, the other one right at the middle. Okay, let me crease that down. We're not gonna get super fancy with this one, guys. Okay, this is gonna be the bottom. And so we're gonna put this up. Now, little tip, we're gonna fold this. We don't want it to fold right at the fold here. No, we're gonna fold a little bit higher, okay? And of course, we want our little point to match with that center line. Got it? Okay, now if we wanted to get super fancy, we can fold this in. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's fold this in. And of course, I'm meeting right at that point. The point hits the line, so that we know that that the fold is going to be straight. Okay, and this one, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna fold a little bit lower, and then we're gonna actually see, I'm folding it lower than where my other fold is. Okay, and this is gonna be the top. Wait, let me do it this way, because like this, I know that I'm doing it straight. I'm gonna open up because I want it to be straight. So I know that if I have my points the same, my point is actually on that line, that center line. Now, just so that it'll close easier, see these little edges, these little corners right here? We're going to cut those off. Right on the creases, guys. Right on the folds. There's a punch that does this, and I kept saying, ooh, maybe I need it. $12 on Amazon. $12.99, I think it was. And I was like, my scissors does the same thing. So there you have it. So this is the bottom, and this is the top. And we're gonna ink, because of course I ink everything. I am gonna erase this first. Let me get my other, because nobody wants to see that line. Sorry if I'm shaking the table, guys. There. Sorry, I hope I didn't shake you too much. I wasn't watching. But we're just gonna go ahead and ink. Figure we're already doing a coin envelope. We can do a regular one too. And these are super cute. These end up measuring about 3.5 by 4 1/4. Not bad. They're still a really good size. So let's do this. We can. Yes, I'm going to corner round that because I feel like that corner is way too pointy for me. So I'm just gonna get my corner rounder and do my favorite corner punch, which is the medium size. There you go. Perfect. See? What a difference, right? And then just ink around here. And we're gonna ink here. Take away all of that white. I think just the top layer, right? Because the other part is gonna be covered. And then this last one. I think that's it. Did I get this side already? Just making sure. Okay. Now we can go ahead and just glue it shut. So that's going to be this side. So just to make sure that I don't over, I'm going to go ahead and ink, not ink, glue. Oh, did this get plugged already? Yep. I left it out too long. Come on, there you go. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. And then just a tad bit here. We're going to glue this down. Okay. You don't want to glue down this flap, otherwise you're going to glue it. You're going to glue it to the inside of the envelope. But of course, if you wanted to, you can add another piece of paper on the inside to make it look pretty. You can stencil it, but we're not going to do that. But look how pretty. Look how pretty. That was super easy. Probably took, what, 5 minutes? So there it is. How cute is that? I absolutely love that. That's perfect. Ooh, and the little stamp ended up being right in the corner. That's amazing. All right, guys. Well, that's it. So let's see all of the ones that I made so that you guys can get a better look and so that I can take my thumbnail picture. So let's move all my stuff out of the way. Let's get all this out. Okay, so here's this. Super cute, right? And then we have these with just the simple envelopes with the little tab closure. Then we have this one with the little flower in the middle, again with the tab closure. And then we have these. This is the first one I made, and this is what I got the idea from. But isn't that cute? So there you have it. So you can use your vellum, guys. The pretty vellum paper that comes with all of those packs of papers that I keep getting. Now I know what to use them with. I'm going to keep making more so that I can have more for my gift packages. But there they are. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I want to thank you guys so much for practically selling me out from the Disney collection of dangles that I made. I only have one left by the time you guys see this video. I only have one left out of the 8, and that is the Midnight Cinderella, which is the navy blue one that I made with the Cinderella charms. But that's the only one that I have left, and the only other one that I have is the Pink Angel from the Angel collection. Those are the only 2 I have left, guys, so now I have to make more. And I know that a lot of people were asking for more of the bell and other ones. I just want to let you guys know that I can custom make one for you guys. If there's one specific one that you guys would like for me to make, I can make it. And it would be, I mean, it would be an honor for me to be able to make something specific to what you guys like. It might be a little bit more only because I get the charms on sale, and if I don't end up getting the charms on sale when you guys ask for certain things, then that's kind of, you know, give and take. But I mean, you guys can message me. My email is linked down below if there's anything that you guys want. Otherwise, I will be having my new collection coming out soon. Hopefully I can get that out this week. Hopefully you guys will like those just as much as you guys have liked my other ones. So thanks again, and I appreciate my repeat buyers. I did have quite a few of you that bought from me before my dangles and did again buy more of this collection. So thank you guys so much. I'm so excited that you guys love the dangles that I make. They're so much fun to make. I have such a blast trying to get them, you know, looking the way I like for them to look, and I'm very detailed with my work, and I absolutely love it, and I'm so glad that you guys love it too. So that's it for me, you guys. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for my haul. You guys don't want to miss it because it's awesome, and it's a new place that I ordered from. So you guys don't want to miss that. I will link my last video from last week. I'll just go ahead and link that below in case you guys missed it. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.